Originally, the Trinity concept wasn't the Trinity concept. It focused on one individual, a former ninja turned professional wrestler named Oseko Kurotsuki, also known as the Black Widow. It didn't become the Trinity concept until chapter 8. That was around the time Oseko would be firmly in the ranks of the Secret, the security and reinforcement and extra-dimensional tactics led by Jeanne d'Arc. But what was the webcomic originally? The webcomic was primarily Oseko's story. It focused on the present day of her trying to escape the past of her being a ninja in a clan of mercenaries known as the Heroine. In flashbacks, it would tell of her and her little sister Mikoto escaping that clan, sadly at the cost of Mikoto's young life. But in the present day, it would be discovered that a young ninja known as Kamakiri, or the Mantis, would be focused on fighting Oseko. And it would be revealed that Kamakiri was, in actuality, an older Mikoto. The two of them would fight one another, but eventually, the two of them would align themselves to fight their father. And in the end, they would defeat their father. It was around this time that Mikoto didn't know exactly where she was at that point. Didn't know where she was going. In the sub-story that I wrote recently, Oseko and Mikoto would reconcile. They would become the sisters that they were meant to be. And Oseko would graciously leave the Secret and resume her normal life as a professional wrestler, housewife, while her sister Mikoto would take up the reins as Kuroi Widow. That wasn't the original plan. That wasn't the original plan at all. What was the original plan? Well, the original plan was that Oseko would leave the professional wrestling business behind. She would have her last match, a triple threat, against two of her rivals. She would lose that match, and she would go on to become Kuroi Widow full-time. But when I got to thinking about it, I realized Oseko wouldn't do that. She would not willingly give up that life of that normal life behind. That wouldn't be her. That wouldn't be her at all. So then I realized, okay, what about Mikoto? Originally, Mikoto would basically be the Winter Soldier to Oseko's Captain America, if that makes any sense. But much like Bucky would, in the comics anyway, he would become Captain America, for a time anyway. So I thought about that, and I thought, you know what? That's an idea. So I changed my plan, and basically, you got what you got. Mikoto agreed to become Kuroi Widow, while Oseko would resume her life as a professional wrestler. That's that. So there was another reason why I wanted to make Mikoto Kuroi Widow. And that was a part of the story that came before, basically. Mikoto suffers from anxiety and depression. She feels like the universe is out to get her. She is unsure about herself, she's not confident in herself, and it takes a lot to get her motivated. Oseko does a very good job at doing that. But some days Mikoto just can't handle it. She tries. She really does. And basically, and that's, again, the realism that I want to bring to the Trinity concept. Jean has PTSD from her countless wars. Pagan is very close to being autistic. And Mikoto has depression. She has anxiety. She's unsure if she can do it, basically. She manages to do it, but again, it's rough, and it's like, and I don't suffer from depression myself. Anxiety, well, in this day and age, with everything going on, people can be a little anxious, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the mental problems that anxiety and depression can create. And I have friends who go through that. And I try to help them as best I can, It's not easy. I know this from experience. And it's basically me as Oseko trying to talk to my friends who are Mikoto, and basically just trying to help them as best I can. And that's basically my experience when it comes to this sort of thing. And I hope, with a little help, that I can make Mikoto into the type of hero that people who do suffer from depression, who do suffer from anxiety, can look at and say, this girl is trying her best. I could try my best too. I could look at her, I could see her as an example of what I can do to basically just try, just be the best person I can be. Don't give up. Try my best. That's what she's doing. I can do that. I can do that too. That's basically what I'm looking for when it comes to Mikoto. And that's pretty much it. It's like I'm trying to shape Jean. I'm trying to shape Pagan. I'm trying to shape Mikoto into these believable people, as believable as they can be. To be the type of heroes that have their flaws. They're not perfect by any means. And that's gonna be a challenge for me, because I don't suffer from PTSD. I'm not a war veteran. I'm obviously not a war veteran like Jean is. I don't suffer from anxiety or depression like Mikoto does. I am autistic, so I at least can put my experiences there in with Pagan, basically. But when it comes down to it, and I'm rambling and I apologize for this, when it comes down to it, I just want to create believable characters in a story that can be a little fantastic, but in the long run you will want to root for these characters, because I want them to be as human as they can be, And that's the long and short of it, And with you guys helping me out, we can do this. We can create a great story. And I want input. I want input on this. I want people to help me out on this. Give me pointers. Give me ideas. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to make these characters as best as I can, you know? And together, we can do this. We can make this story, the Trinity concept, we can make this story a good one. And that's my focus right there. And yeah. So that would be about it with Kuroi Widow. There were two Kuroi Widows. The first one was Seiko, and the current one is her little sister Mikoto. And that's pretty much the long and short of it right there. Again, I want to thank you for listening to this old man ramble. I think that's going to be my tagline for these vlogs. The next time I do another vlog, it will focus on the kingpin of the downwear, Ryokami. So look forward to that. And you will hear from me in the next video. Take care now. Bye bye then.